Good evening, Dr. Sham. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Alka?
Doing good. We're just waiting for Dr. Suresh to join. I'll just call him
Sure.
and check, and then we can start.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Shah. Arvind here.
Hello, Arvind. Good evening. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, sir.
Good. We have a very busy evening now for
Yes,
you and
yes.
for me in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. After this, we have the other meeting.
Yeah. So that's what I had informed Alka earlier yesterday that at 10:30, after 1.5 hours, I'm going to be switching over. I'll be still here, but switching over to a different platform.
Yeah, in fact,
Yes,
we will be starting half an hour early. Patrick said that he'll log in half an hour early so that we can check up the arrangements.
right. That means it's about 10:30 our time in US.
Yeah,
So exactly 1.5 hours afterwards, you know. So
correct. Yeah. Good evening, Dr. Alka.
Hi, good evening, Professor Bansal. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
We'll just be starting in a couple of minutes. We have a good number of our participants also, though the complete number is not there. We're just waiting for Dr. Suresh to reach, and then we can
Sure.
start.
that's okay. The chief guest should be there before we begin. No, sorry, the guest of honor. I
Guest
get
of
mixed
honor.
up with all. I get mixed up with all different things. Maybe everyone else should be.
I think. Good evening, Maniar sir.
Yeah,
So
good
once we
evening,
have
madam.
it, we can have a round of introductions. Good evening, sir. Suresh sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
How are you
Yeah,
doing,
good
sir?
evening, Dr. Vishwaresh.
नमस्कार नमस्कार कैसे हैं आप?
Yeah.
हम ठीक है, आप कैसे हैं सर?
बस ठीक है सर, ठीक है सर,
Good
थैंक
evening,
यू.
sir.
गुड इवनिंग.
That's very good.
इवनिंग. इवनिंग.
Good evening to everyone in India, except Andy, and good morning to Andy. Andy, you are muted.
You're muted. You're muted, Dr. Vik.
You are right. My apologies. Technology is getting the best of me again. So good evening to you as well, and good morning to you as also, Vinod. Pleasure to be
Thank
here.
you.
So shall we, I think we should be able to begin. Yes. Can we begin, Athar?
Yes, ma'am, sure. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Atharva Bhattu, Chair-elect of BCP AAPS Student Chapter, welcome you all to the inauguration. As it's the traditional Indian way, we will begin the session with the lighting of lamp.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Pratiksha Kakate, Chairperson of BCP AAPS Student Chapter. On behalf of the chapter, I welcome you all for joining us. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Andy Wick, President of AAPS. I would also like to take this opportunity and warmly welcome our guest of honor, Dr. B. Suresh, President of Pharmacy Council of India. Also, we have with us today Dr. Vinod Shah, past president of AAPS. It's my honor to welcome Dr. N. Shiv Prasad, President IPA MSB, and Mr. Nitin Maniar, Chairman, Governing Body of Bombay College of Pharmacy. A warm welcome to all the respected dignitaries and of course all the students for participating in this wonderful occasion. Over to you, Atharva.
Thank you, Pratiksha. Now I request Dr. N. Shiv Prasad, President of IPA MSB, to welcome our honorable guests.
Thank you. Very good evening to everyone for this fine evening or morning for the US participants. And on behalf of Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Maharashtra branch, Bombay College of Pharmacy, I welcome you all for this program. A special welcome to our dignitaries, Chief Guest Dr. Andy Wick, President AAPS, that is American Association of Pharmaceutical Scientists, then Dr. Vinod, past President, then Guest of Honor, Dr. B. Suresh, President, Pharmacy Council of India, and our Guest of Honor, I think he is here, Guest of Honor, Mr. Ajit Singh, Chairperson, ACG World, Patron, APPPS, Western Discussion Group. I also thank all the dignitaries for taking their valuable time to be with us. It shows that they are concerned for the students as well as Bombay College of Pharmacy. In fact, this is a very rare occasion. We get a team of dignitaries in a one platform. I also thank AAPS for choosing our college for starting the student chapter as well as approving in establishing this important organization here in Bombay College of Pharmacy. And in fact, it is a great honor and achievement for Bombay College of Pharmacy. I must say it adds a feather to the cap of Bombay College of Pharmacy. Not only Bombay College of Pharmacy, it is also Indian Pharmaceutical Association Maharashtra branch. Now, I must congratulate Alka and the chairman of the student chapter and other office bearers of the student chapter for taking a lot of effort and initiating this student chapter here and organizing organizing this wonderful function with important personalities with us and also organizing this function. And also I acknowledge the support of Mr. Maniar and Dr. Krishna Priya and their guidance for all the time for Bombay College of Pharmacy for any program or any event. In fact, as a Bombay College, Indian Pharmaceutical Association Maharashtra branch office bearer, I am very proud of the Bombay College of Pharmacy. This is the only college or maybe one of the few colleges which is managed and run by the professional organization. in Bombay College of Pharmacy is managed and run by Indian Pharmaceutical Association Maharashtra State Branch, and it is a fine academic institute. It have been contributing to the education for the last more than 60 years. And it started with the, of course, I must thank the visionaries of then Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Bombay State Branch, who have the vision to establish the college around 60 or 64 years back. And at that time, they started with D Pharm. Now we have D Pharm, M Pharm, PhD program in various branches. And we in Bombay College of Pharmacy and our faculty always consider research is an important part of the academic program. We feel that the research will always enhance the academic program, and it will help the students to gain more knowledge and the bent up mind for research. In fact, Bombay College of Pharmacy has got the Research Society of Bombay College of Pharmacy. It is one of the unit of IPA-MSB, and this in fact manages all the industrial projects, sponsored projects in the college, and the faculty execute these projects. And there is all our faculties have got a number of industrial collaboration projects. And in fact, we got, that is the college got AICTE, that is All India Council of Technical Education and Confederation of Indian Industry award 3 times for the best college or best institute which carry out the industry related or industry linked research programs. In fact, our national ranking is also below 25 for the last several years. And considering looking at the potential of the research in Bombay College of Pharmacy or the interest of research among the faculty, the Government of India, that is Department of Science and Technology, has granted us a huge fund to the tune of 5.85 crore to establish a national facility. So we have established a national facility for research and training for the advanced analytical technique. We have also sophisticated equipment. Now this laboratory we have also linked with the MKR drug testing laboratory, which is another unit of IPA-MSB, so that we are able to provide pharmaceutical analysis service to various industries. So coming to the students chapter, it is, as I told you, it is a very great achievement for Bombay College of Pharmacy. And I once again appreciate all the student team, as well as Dr. Alka Mukne for taking the effort to establish this in our college. I'm sure this will open a new door for our students to interact with the eminent scientists and eminent pharmacists, and thereby they can enrich their knowledge and enhance their knowledge and also the skill. And thereby they will be able to, not only that, it will be also a training for developing soft skill, for example, leadership skill, and they can emulate the eminent pharmacists in AAPS. And I am sure AAPS will be continuously support the students chapter for the benefit of the society. Thereby, they will bring more glory to the profession of the pharmacy. Once again, I extend my warm welcome to all our high-profile dignitaries. It is really a treat for us. And I also thank all the participants for taking their valuable time to participate or attend this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for that warm welcome. Now, I humbly request Mr. Nitin Manyar, Chairman, Governing Body of BCP, to address the gathering.
Thank you very much. Good evening and good morning to one and all, respected dignitaries and the dear friends. At the outset, I, on behalf of the Indian Pharmaceutical Association Maharashtra State Branch, Bombay College of Pharmacy, would like to convey best wishes on the eve of the formal inauguration and setting up of American Association of Pharmaceutical Scientists Students Chapter at Bombay College of Pharmacy. APS is the premier association of pharmaceutical scientists in the world, and the student chapter is the first such chapter in the western region of the country and second chapter in the India after Naipur Mohali. Friends, I would like to share with you about the students' activity at IPA, which was being initiated by my senior, Mr. Subodh Priolkar, and then given proper shape and nurtured by none other than Dr. B. Suresh, who was also a president of the IPA during 2008, and under whose leadership and mentorship, first Students' Congress at the Mumbai was organized, which was inaugurated by His Excellency, late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalamji, and His Excellency emphasized on the 4 missions for the pharma students. There is the number 1, to remove the pain of the people. Number 2, to introduce the integrity of action to the business of medicines. Number 3, to become a partner to pharma R&D institution in development of the drugs and the medicines. And 4, willingness to visit the rural areas and the villages to provide the healthcare services. And sir, today we are witnessing the fruits out of our vision, and that too during this pandemic period. Lastly, I am also well aware about the exposure to the students through such professional organizations to meet other budding pharmacists, cut across the linguistic and the cultural barriers, to learn and hear from the stalwarts that is helping them to make a good foundation, keeping themselves updated with the latest professional development and networking from the beginning of their career. Thank you very much to Dr. Alka for taking initiative and assuring our wholehearted support to said chapter, and wish you all the best to the newly elected chairpersons of the AP Students chapter. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was great listening to you. Now I invite Dr. Alka Mukne, Faculty Advisor of BCP AAPS Student Chapter, to give an overview of our chapter to everyone.
Thank you, Atharva, and let me take this opportunity once again to thank our chief guest, Dr. Andy Vick, guest of honor, Dr. B. Suresh, Dr. Vinod Shah, all the distinguished invitees, our chairman, Dr. Shiv Prasad, president of IPMSB, for gracing this occasion. Our distinguished invitees, our guests, all of them, thank you so much for joining us here. In the interest of time, we'll very, very quickly go over what the chapter is going to be doing, what sort of activities we are looking at. So I'll just share my presentation. Is this presentation visible?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So we'll walk you through very briefly what Bombay College of Pharmacy is all about. If we have to give details, it would be an hour-long session by itself. So here we are going to restrict ourselves to just the very, very important and key highlights in the last few years. Bombay College of Pharmacy is a 65-year-old institute, 65 years of excellence in pharmacy education and research. In the country, if I may say so, Bombay College of Pharmacy is the only college that is managed by a professional association, that is Indian Pharmaceutical Association's Maharashtra State Branch. Bombay College of Pharmacy has been granted autonomy by UGC in the academic year 2019-20, and we envision to be leader in pharmacy education, training and research in the pharmaceutical sciences. Bombay College of Pharmacy is recognized by Department of Scientific and Industrial Research as Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, or CIRO. This is a recognition that is not accorded to any and every research organization. There is thorough screening, there is and Bombay College of Pharmacy has this since many, many years. Our B.Pharm program is also NBA accredited. Again, as we've said, we have been granted autonomous status by UGC from the academic year 2019-20 for a period of 10 years. And we are recognized by AICT as a QIP center, wherein faculty from across the country can pursue their doctoral programs with us. Bombay College of Pharmacy has consistently been getting top billings, top rankings in NIRF. NIRF is the National Institute Ranking Framework by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India. Same goes with the AICTE CII. We've been bagging the Best Industry Linked Institute Award right from the very beginning. I think the first set of awards were in 2014 when we got the Best Institute Award, and then 3 years in succession, it was a hat trick. And that is when they said us that no more of awards for you, and you are now accorded the mentor status, where we were responsible for guiding other colleges. And it so happened that the college that we guided and mentored won the Best Industry Linked Award in the very next year. And subsequent to that, we continued with our winning streak. Another very important highlight with BCP is the National Facility for Research and Training, that NFRT, that is being developed through this research grant of 5.87 crores, as already mentioned by Dr. Shiv Prasad. From the these funds have been granted by Department of Science and Technology under the Drug and Pharmaceutical Research Program scheme. This facility has seen almost equal funding by our management, and this is a fully functional facility now, where we are open to, and we are already taking up industry sponsored projects. We are taking up industry consultancies from industry, and continuously organizing training programs for personnel from the industry and academia. These are some of the very recent collaborations, the key collaborations that Bombay College of Pharmacy is involved with. In the last few years, if I have to say, we are in receipt of crores and crores of rupees from government, various government funding agencies for funding our research, and as part of industry sponsored projects and consultancies. This is a testimony to the cutting edge research that is happening at Bombay College of Pharmacy. If you look at the students of Bombay College of Pharmacy, the alumni of Bombay College of Pharmacy, very, very well placed. In fact, the alumni literally are the who's who of the pharma fraternity, not just in India, but all over the globe. So the premier institute in the country, 65-year-old institute offering bachelor's, master's and doctoral program in pharmaceutical sciences. Very briefly about AAPS, but I'm sure Dr. Andy Wick would be adding more details here. So American Association of Pharmaceutical Scientists, founded in 1986, 7,000 members, not-for-profit organization in pursuit of educational and scientific pursuits. The Bombay College of Pharmacy AAPS Students Chapter symbolizes the coming together of these two giants. Bombay College of Pharmacy, the national giant as far as educational institutes are concerned, and American Association of Pharmaceutical Scientists, the international giant as far as pharmaceutical professional societies or associations are concerned. We at Bombay College of Pharmacy cherish the relationship with what we have at AAPS, and look forward to a mutually beneficial long-term relationship with you. Something about the students chapter. As already mentioned, we are the first students chapter in Mumbai and the Western region, second in India after Naipur Mohali. What we are going to be doing is providing a forum for students to develop not just their technical skills, but also soft skills, because soft skills, if not more, are almost as important, just as important as technical skills. We will be organizing talk sessions, lectures, webinars on technical sessions, on career counseling, on soft skill development, hold conferences in the virtual mode now, maybe in physical mode once things normalize, on disciplines and topics that cover the entire spectrum of pharmaceutical sciences. And of course, industry visits. This will also be something that happens later once the pandemic situation is more settled. All of these basically with the aim of promulgating the mission, vision and values of AAPS. So this chapter is open for membership to all undergraduate, graduate students, doctoral and postdoctoral students working in the field of drugs and pharmaceuticals, not just from Bombay College of Pharmacy, but from colleges in the neighboring areas. So colleges from Mumbai and all the other places can also enroll as members and participate in the chapter activities. Our mission is to provide a forum for students, academicians, research scientists and industry experts for networking, fostering research in various disciplines of pharmaceutical sciences, including pharmaceutical technology, bioanalytical sciences, natural product chemistry and biotechnology. We aim to contribute to the community at large by conducting healthcare campaigns and awareness drives about the correct and rational use of pharmaceutical and biotech products, and ultimately provide our students with excellent opportunities for online all-round personality development, professional growth, and leadership training through the volunteering options. And this is what our team looks like. Pratiksha Kakate, Chair of the Chapter, Atharv Bhattu, Chair-elect, Sanidhi Pujari, Vice Chair, Aryan Puranik, Secretary, Achuk Chalodia, Treasurer. These are our committee heads: Divya Jaiswal, Program Head, Palak Mehta, Technical Support Head, Lai Prasad, Publications Head, Mitali Thorat, Marketing Head, Yashita Jain, Tours and Visits Head. This is the calendar of events. Immediately after our inauguration that we are completing today, we intend starting with our webinars on, as we said, technical topics, skill development topics, soft skill development, career counseling, and so on. As it is a students chapter, the fun element is always going to be there. So we're going to be having a lot of games and competitions and tech fests and quizzes and so on. We are planning to come out with our own newsletter, which will give an update on the chapter activities. And once things normalize, even conduct industry visits that give students more hands-on experience of things. There on social media, these are the various social media handles where you can get in touch with us. We look forward to conducting and getting involved with professionally relevant activities. Thank you so much for this opportunity to give an overview of what the chapter is going to be all about. It's over to you, Atharv.
Now I request Dr. Alka Mukne to introduce our dignitaries for today's session.
So let me first start with Dr. Vinod Shah. It's completely my pleasure to introduce Dr. Vinod Shah, past president of American Association of Pharmaceutical Scientists. He was the president in 2003. Dr. Vinod Shah received his pharmacy degree with gold medal distinction from Madras University, India in 1959, and PhD in pharmaceutical chemistry from the University of California in 1964. He's had a long stint at the US FDA, almost 3 decades long, where he developed several regulatory guidances for industry in the area of dissolution, SUPAC, bioanalytical method development, bioequivalence, and biopharmaceutics. He is fellow of AAPS and FIP and recipient of many FDA national and international awards. On the professional front, he's been scientific secretary of FIP from 2003 to 2011, chair of regulatory sciences special interest group of FIP from 2011 to 2016, and biopharmaceutics consultant at USP from 2005 to 2014. Currently, he's president of SPDS US chapter from 2019 to date and expert consultant with NDA partners since 2016. My pleasure to invite Dr. Vinod Shah to share his thoughts with that. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Alka, for an excellent introduction. And I'm really happy to participate this, and I would like to thank you for inviting me to be a part of this BCP inaugural function. First, I would like to thank the people who were behind this in order to achieve the AAPS BCP student chapter, the recognition and establishment that. As we all know, AAPS is the most premier association, pharmaceutical association in the world. And I'm glad to indicate that I am the member from the day one until now. And as Andy knows that, and many other people, I have participated in every AAPS meeting because of my love towards this. But first, coming back to today's events, I would like definitely to thank the organizers who worked behind this in order to achieve this. I recall the incidents about 2 decades ago in 2002 when I was the president-elect of AAPS. In Bombay, we established the Western Zone Discussion Group under the chairmanship of Professor Bhalla and guidance and the backbone of Mr. Ajit Singh. And I'm very happy to see that even today, the discussion group is thriving and is doing well, because they do hold regularly their seminars and the other activities as the discussion group is supposed to do. Around 2002, when I was the president-elect, we were discussing the establishment of AAPS student chapters. There was no student chapter at that time, but we were discussing it, how to establish that and how to proceed with that. And we finalized those things as time went on. And we have now 48 student chapters. I'm sure that Dr. Andy Wick may be providing some more information on that. But to the best of my knowledge, we have 48 student chapters. 9 of them are international student chapters, and 2 are in India. The first Indian chapter was established at Naipur in Mohali, as the previous speakers have indicated. And the second one is now with the BCP, or we can say the first in the Western zone is the BCP student chapter, and I really congratulate that. I hope that the chapter's leadership will take full advantage of AAPS and their input and advance the best they can, take advantage of all the professional activities, the professional resources coming up from AAPS, and establish that. Because it's a great honor for the students, at least to indicate that they belong to this student chapter, which is associated with the AAPS. And again, it's a global prestige to be associated with this, and I really congratulate and help. Good luck to the student chapter. If I can be of help at any time, or even to Andy or any one of the AAPS members, I know quite a few of you people are AAPS members, please feel free to contact us, and we'll try to do the best to keep the chapter moving and thriving the best we can. Congratulations again to Alka and the whole team, and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shah, for your very encouraging words, and we are very definitely going to be bothering you repeatedly with all the help that we can.
No problem at all.
I would now like to introduce Mr. Ajit Singh, though Mr. Ajit Singh is not really there here. He's been traveling, and in fact, even yesterday night, we tried to hold a mock session, but due to serious network challenges, he was not able to. And he so very much wanted to be here. And so he sent his, recorded his messages, sent it across, and that is what we'll be playing for you. Just to quickly introduce Mr. Ajit Singh, he's the chairman of ACG Worldwide, the Associated Capsules Group of Companies. Educated at Millfield School, Cambridge University, and Harvard Business School. He's a former president of the Indian Pharmaceutical Congress Association. He's been a member of the AAPS Task Force on the Scientific and Regulatory Needs of Developing Countries and founder chairman of the AAPS India Discussion Group. He's a fellow of the American Association of Indian Pharmaceutical Scientists. He's also been a chairman of the Board of Trustees of Bombay College of Pharmacy. He was the advisor to the US Pharmacopoeia when they set up their facility in India. Mr. Ajit Singh has been instrumental in bringing various international pharma associations to India. They include International Society for Pharmaceutical Engineering, ISPE, Health Foods and Dietary Supplements Association, HADSA, and International Pharmaceutical Excipients Council, IPEC. He served on the managing committee of major pharma associations in India and has been vice president and chairman of several committees of the Organization of Pharmaceutical Producers of India. Recipient of several awards, he's amongst the most prestigious ones has been the Indian Pharmaceutical Association Raman Bhai Patel Lifetime Achievement Award. So can we please have Mr. Ajit Singh's message played out here, please?
It is an honor for me to be able to address the inauguration of the Bombay College of Pharmacy and AAPS Students Chapter. It's an interesting phenomenon. AAPS the largest body of pharmaceutical professionals in the world, and India, which has the largest body of pharmacy students in one country in the whole world, along, of course, with teachers. The common objective of both these organizations is to lift standards of pharma sciences for the health of the world. And there could not be a more appropriate time than this. When we compare the career path of pharmacy students in the USA with that in India, is there a difference? And if so, is the AAPS more relevant to one rather than the other? Well, yes, there's a difference, but not what one expected in the USA and in the developing world to turn out as it has. Pharmacy students seek careers in retail pharmacy, drugstores, chemist shops, hospital pharmacy in the Western world. Now, this is a respectable career, well paid, steady, safe, patient caring, often taking on where doctors have left off. But the situation is quite different in India. In India, the main objective of pharmacy students is to join the pharma industry. There are many of you students here, and I know when I ask you, what are you going to do? At least 3 out of 5 or more say, well, I'd like to join the pharma industry. And when I say which companies, well, the usual good names come out one by one, Cipla, Dr. Reddy's Labs, and so on and so on. So it seems to me that the two objectives of the two streams of pharmacy students, one in the Western world and the other in India, seem to be quite different. Now, in India, our students bring to the pharma industry their science, their lab experience, their technology, their production skills, and their R&D experience. Interestingly, it is this segment of students, rather than the community pharmacists, that provide learning and training. The membership of AAPS, one notes, is largely drawn from industry. So my message and expression of joy for Andy Wick is that the activities of AAPS in India is now more appropriate for pharmacy students of India. They are present today in large numbers to greet you. In a sense, Andy, you have brought the AAPS to its proper home. I have attended many AAPS annual events in the USA, and I know their value. We should assist more students to attend this program in the university. A question that faces us is one of fees and travel costs. So Andy may like to consider what could be done regarding the former, and I would like to propose that my group, ECG and Cytec Center, will propose that we bear the expenses for at least the first student to go under this new scheme and pay all travel and other incidental expenses. This travel grant can be administered through the AAPS BCP Students Initiative and the AAPS Western India Discussion Group. I hope that this first initiative will be followed by many others from industry. Now, let's look to the future for a minute, and what do we see that will impact both the curriculum, the learning, and the career of our pharmacy graduates. Firstly, I believe there should be many more visits to industry than are taking place right now. In our group, we welcome about 12 to 15 pharmacy colleges each year, and we expose them over a 1 to 2 day period to high-tech areas of pharmaceutical and ancillary technologies. For those colleges listening in today who would like to join in this initiative and send their students, they should please get in touch with Parizad or with me directly. Now, there are two emerging healthcare industries to be noted by pharmacy colleges and for the curriculum. The first is nutraceuticals, already a highly developed industry in Western countries. They're required for immunity, and that for now is a great area of focus. The other is excipients. Now, 70 to 80% of the volume of solid dosage forms consists not of APIs but of excipients. And yet, how much do we, all students, know about these products? So both these need more knowledge and they need more presence of pharma students and pharma professionals to join these industries and bring to them the knowledge and the expertise that the pharma industry has already developed. It could be good if the JAPS and the BCP students body could set a lead in this direction. Finally, I'd like to point to the growing importance of chemical and general engineering, robotics, automation, IT, IIoT. They are all pervasive and they will keep increasing their importance in the pharma industry as much as in some others. It is pharma colleges that should reach out, perhaps with the help of AAPS, and partner with these disciplines rather than be disciplined by them. Thank you very much for listening, and I wish this conference and this event every success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ajit Singh, for those very encouraging words, especially the magnanimous and the generous announcement of the travel grant, which would be administered through the BCP AAPS student chapter and the AAPS Western Discussion Group for students who intend presenting their work at AAPS. So thank you so much, sir. My pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. B. Suresh. Dr. Suresh really needs no introduction, not here, not overseas, nowhere, but as a matter of formality. Again, to be able to do justice to his tremendous list of achievements in this brief time that I have is going to be a challenge, nevertheless. Professor Suresh, Pro-Chancellor, JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research, Mysore, has been the President of Pharmacy Council of India since 2003 to date. Pharmacy Council of India, as we all know, is the statutory body regulating the pharmacy education and profession in the country. During his stint as the leader of Pharmacy Council of India, he's taken up several path-breaking regulations that have helped improve the standards and quality of pharmacy education and profession in the country. He's pioneered the cause of promoting pharmacy practice as a concept and introduced PharmD programs. As Vice Chancellor earlier and now Pro-Chancellor of JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research, he's steered the deemed university to greater heights, newer milestones every single day. Professor Suresh has also been the chairman of the scientific body of the Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission from 2012 to 2017. Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, as we know, is responsible for setting up standards for pharmaceutical substances and formulations for IP, the Indian Pharmacopoeia. He is also the delegate member of US Pharmacopoeia Convention and the chairman of International Commission of Accreditation Council of Pharmacy Education, ACPE USA, and is the executive member of the Commonwealth Pharmacists Association. He was also the past president of Asian Association of Schools of Pharmacy and chairman of the education section of the Federation of Asian Pharmaceutical Association. He is the past president of the Indian Pharmaceutical Association and has been involved in organizing top-notch conferences and international meetings, premier amongst them being the World Congress of Pharmaceutical Sciences 2011, 71st International Congress of FIP. He has been actively involved with the education initiatives of FIP and has been an active member of FIP Pharmacy Education Task Force. In recognition of his invaluable services in the field of pharmaceutical education, he's received several awards, including the FAPA Ishidate Award 2004, the Eminent Pharmacist Award of IPA, the Emil Schroff Award of IHPA, the K.C. Chatterjee Award of IPG, and the Fellowship of the Commonwealth Pharmacists Association. Despite his long list of achievements and the towering personality that he has been, he remains completely rooted to the ground and has kept close ties with teachers, students, academicians, and the community. On a personal level, if I may add, I have had the good fortune and the privilege of knowing him quite well ever since he took over as the president of Indian Pharmaceutical Association in 2008. It's a matter of pride for us, sir, to have you here address the gathering. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Alka, for that long introduction. Thank you. It's a pleasure for me to be at this inaugural event of the BCP AAPS student chapter inauguration. There are three reasons why I accepted when Alka called me up and told we are having this program and I cannot imagine doing this without you. I said, yes, definitely I will do it. And I cited the three reasons. One, I said, is my long association with Indian Pharmaceutical Association. So that always drives me. Any effort from IPA, I am there. There is no looking back on that issue. Second is Bombay College of Pharmacy, which I am very fond of because in my interaction during the IPA presidentship and other meetings afterwards, BCP has always been a home for me, and all the faculty have been very, very enthusiastic in all the initiatives we have been doing. And last, of course, the most important thing why I accepted is the students. Wherever students are, I try to be there. I mean, there's no escaping that option. These are the three reasons, but there were three other catalysts who pushed me to taking this decision. One, of course, is Alka, and second is Nitin, and third is Vinod Bhai. All three are very good friends, and it was an opportunity to meet all of them, and this motivated me to be present here. My greetings to Andy from the Pharmacy Council of India and on my personal behalf. And I appreciate that AAPS has established another student chapter in India and trying to involve the students in the early stages of their career itself, in their education, to be associated with the profession to get a clear understanding. It's very, very important. Of course, from the Indian standpoint, the Indian Pharmaceutical Association was the first to establish a student chapter in any of the professional associations in India. And as told by Nitin Maniar, it was inaugurated by no less than the former president of India during his presidentship tenure itself. He came here and he inaugurated in Mumbai. And it was a great pleasure to push the students forward actively at that age and develop the leadership qualities in them. Definitely the AAPS student chapter here in BCP will be encouraging the students to look not only at leadership level at the national level, but even prepare them for an international effort that may be needed. With the COVID pandemic coming around, I think world has shrunk and all countries have come together, and we all have to hold our hands, each other's hands, and continue to support what we call is the survival of the humanity and go to the next level of the growth. India has a very strong pharma base. This is globally known. I don't have to tell again and again the thing. India has a very strong pharma base, strong pharmaceutical industry. As expressed by Ajit Singh in his talk, the largest student community in pharma sector is in India. And not only that, I can mention here, India has about 1.3 million pharmacists registered with the Pharmacy Council of India. This is a large pharmacist workforce which is available, and they continue to do support the pharmacy profession in India and elsewhere globally. The pharma sector in India has now moved into a second level of its growth. What I would like to mention here is that the pharma sector earlier, we knew those big industries which were approved by either the US FDA or WHO pre-qualified, and they were able to export the medicines to the next level of export the medicines to all over the world, including the vaccines which go out of India for more than 200 countries. It goes out, and even now COVID vaccine, as it is being developed and it is being manufactured here, is trying to reach out first to meet the country's needs, and then look also at the global support that is required in the vaccine availability. In this particular segment, one thing which came up was there is a need, when such type of crisis comes, there is a need for many more pharmaceutical facilities which are approved international, as per international requirements, maybe WHO pre-qualification, maybe US FDA approved lab facilities, or EDQM approved facilities, or MHRA approved facilities. More and more such facilities are required. Though the large number of pharmaceutical industries exist, they do not have either the wherewithal to go through the process of getting these approvals, or be equipped to reach that level and do it. Because if there is such a challenge which emerges again, may not be a pandemic, we pray to God is not another pandemic, but there may be another health requirement that may emerge for any particular thing. And if such case where we can manufacture medicines at affordable costs and be able to make it available globally, perhaps India would be one of the places which the world would look to. So with the help of WHO, we have now initiated a program with the WHO, Indian Pharmaceutical Alliance, and our university. We are trying to work and train what we call as the capacity building across the pharmaceutical industry, those medium and small scale industries, to get eligible or to get trained to go for such WHO pre-qualification requirements or global requirements. So this initiative has come as a very big welcome step from the industry, and they are very appreciative of this effort, and they are all gearing up so that they can be able to manufacture medicines not only of good quality but also meet the global expectations when they come. Why I am emphasizing this is I am trying to convey to our students who have come online and maybe view later on the YouTube, as it may be available there, is that the pharma industry in India is all set to grow, and an international experience is very valuable. If you want to understand what are the medicine requirements in US, medicine requirements in UK, medicine requirements in Europe, I think you have to have those understandings which are very important. And I think this will be the greatest value which you will get from AAPS Association here by the student chapter. Because what I feel is all the resources that are with AAPS, which I am familiar with, and I had the opportunity of addressing in one of the AAPS meetings, thanks to Vinod inviting me. We talked about how pharmacists be made motivated in United States to go towards the pharmaceutical industry. I mean, rather than going to the clinical careers or the practice careers they were looking at, I had made a talk there, and we shared that how to encourage pharmacists to get into industry. So I am trying to convey here is the resources which are great, huge resources that are available with the AAPS would be available to these students through this AAPS chapter, which is there, I presume so. And if so, they will have this experience which is required for a global growth that is going to take place in this sector. I think this is one of the things I would like to mention here. And secondly, I would like to urge the students that it is important that they should make up for whatever gaps that have emerged because of the change in the education structure, because of the pandemic that might have come. And this can come by equipping themselves with more knowledge through these platforms and understanding more closely the needs that are required by the pharma sector. The pharma sector and the health sector is going to be very important, next only to the technology, the IT, which is bringing us together. And I think these two segments together are going to bring about a global change in the healthcare delivery of the world. I think this is a right opportunity for the students to grow, and this is a right opportunity which has come in forward to create such international presence and experience for the students through AAPS student chapter. I wish all the very best to the chapter as well as to the leadership here and the IPA leadership and the BCP leadership for bringing out such an initiative for the students. And from my personal side, and also from the Pharmacy Council of India, always there will be support for such initiatives. Please reach out to us and we'll explore how we can help in any way to strengthen these activities. Thank you very much, and I wish all the very best for this chapter and all its next events which are to follow. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your motivational words, and I'm sure students are going to take cue from whatever you said and start getting involved in more of such professional activities. And we for one are definitely going to seek you out for your guidance and advice and maybe support in any which way, even as we continue the chapter activities ahead. So thank you so much once again. And I now would like to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Andy Wick, President of American Association of Pharmaceutical Scientists. Thank you, Dr. Andy Wick, for joining us here. Dr. Andy Wick has 23 years of experience working with the pharma industry in the fields of toxicology, non-clinical and clinical pharmacology. Currently, Dr. Wick is responsible for the financial, operational and scientific oversight of all Midwest sites within Charles River's North American Safety Assessment business. He also serves as the executive sponsor to several global pharma companies where he provides strategic advice, customized program and study designs, regulatory advice, and risk mitigation tactics. His previous roles include Vice President of Analytical Services for Will Research, Executive Vice President of Pharmacokinetics, Dynamics, and Metabolism at Seventh Wave Laboratories, Scientific Director of the Biopharma Sciences Services Division of Millipore, Principal Scientist within the Drug Disposition and Toxicology Department of Eli Lilly and Company, and Preclinical Scientist at Biogen. In these roles, Dr. Wick contributed to the design, conduct, and interpretation of preclinical and clinical testing strategies. Dr. Wick earned his BS in Zoology and PhD in Pharmaceutical Chemistry from the Ohio State University and continues his support to the university as an adjunct professor in the College of Pharmacy. Welcome, Dr. Wick, for addressing the gathering here today. So, Dr. Wick, you are muted actually.
You are muted, Andy. Please unmute.
Dr. Wick, you are muted and we aren't able to hear you.
I think he is going to set it. I think there's something. So he said one moment he mentioned. So I think he's trying to set the thing.
Well, my sincere apologies for that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we are able to hear you.
Perfect. I said technology never ceases to disappoint. For some reason, my computer was not allowing me to unmute, so I had to do a little bit of a refresh. So I appreciate your patience as I rejoined you, and let me do just issue everyone, all friends and colleagues, a good day, whether that be morning or evening, It's just a sincere pleasure to be here. And first, if you allow me to acknowledge those that have been acknowledged before, but all of those that have really helped organize today's celebration. And as I said, for the privilege of being asked to join and celebrate this inauguration event with you. It is proper for celebration, and I hope you're having a great evening. I certainly am. Also want to issue a very special thank you to Dr. Alka Mukni and also Nitin Manyar for their support of today's event, but even more so their support of the Bombay College of Pharmacy AAPS student chapter. Not only your support leading up to its inauguration, but for many, many productive years to come. So without further delay, and on behalf of AAPS, our board of directors, our staff, our over 7,000 global AAPS members, and also our special guests of honor for today's event, I formally recognize the Bombay College of Pharmacy as our newest AAPS student chapter. We sincerely welcome each of you to the AAPS family, and we look forward to the impact that you will have, not only individually, but collectively on our association, the pharmaceutical industry, and the lives of patients that you will touch around the world. And with that, I'm going to also cross my fingers on technology, share hopefully a little bit of slides for a little bit more about AAPS. We'll call it maybe an onboarding and welcome to the AAPS students. So I'll kind of turn my attention particularly to the students. Cross your fingers as I try to launch the slides. Doing so now. If Alka, let me know when you can see the content, that would be much appreciated.
Yes, we can see it.
Excellent. Thank you so much. One more moment. So, you know, you can't really start with an onboard experience to AAPS without just sharing a little bit about what our mission is. And importantly, and maybe not surprisingly, the AAPS mission is very similar to even the mission statement of the Bombay College of Pharmacy. The AAPS mission is that AAPS advances the capacity of pharmaceutical scientists to develop products and therapies that improve global health. And you know, even sometimes mission statements, ideally they're short and they're memorable and there's something that really that serves as a light that kind of guides our footsteps and guides our actions, you know, towards the achievement of that mission. And I just really even want to emphasize that mission statement one more time, because it in its most simple root and at its most simplest of roots, it's really focused on doing one thing, and that's really together, all of us contributing to creating healthier lives. And that's something that I can tell you that motivates me every day. That's motivated me throughout my career. That is a wonderful responsibility. And as students, you know, I can imagine even early in your career and at the transition that you are in, and now I think I probably asked myself this, maybe I'm still asking myself this, is, you know, will I make a difference? Will I have an impact? And I can tell you, you know, that it's not a question of if you will make an impact. It's just a question of when and to what magnitude you will. And I will tell you, and many of my peers that are on the phone, the other distinguished guests, it can get, it's not only when, but you know, you gain enough experience and you realize that impact on contributing to human health, it can get very real. You can even impact, influence, and create value to human health that may change the life of someone that you love very dearly. It might be a parent, it might be a sibling, it might be a spouse. And so never forget that. Not only are you impacting human health, but you're also many people, millions of people that you may never have the pleasure of meeting. But some of those individuals will be some of the closest individuals to you and you know, in the world. And so also keep that in mind, because this is a great responsibility, but it also comes at great cost. It emphasizes the quality of care and the quality of our science, the quality of our workmanship that we owe all of those folks who may be blessed as a result of our efforts. I also want to say, and again, with more than 7,000 members worldwide, we really will be inviting you to take advantage of all the resources the AAPS has to offer. I have been myself, you know, part of AAPS for I think about 25 years. And I will tell you without hesitation that it has changed my life. And it will also change your life if you allow it to. And I even have kind of still seen, even as a student, and still now, I think I viewed AAPS a little bit as an open door, not only one open door, but a series of open doors. And I hope that each of you will really take an opportunity to walk boldly through those doors and just kind of leverage the opportunities that AAPS offers. And so let's talk a little bit more about what AAPS does offer. And in my experience, it's really around three primary things. But first and foremost, and probably the most non-negotiable aspect of what AAPS offers is it offers access to world-class pharmaceutical science, contemporary science. It's not even unusual to be at an AAPS scientific event where even we are changing the landscape of the industry. We're ideating, we're innovating. Sometimes it can even be frustrating because you come back from the AAPS meeting, you realize there's a new white paper, you realize there's new scientific thinking, and you kind of have to bring this knowledge back to your university, back to your employer, and you're often changing your approach because of the innovative science that may have been shared at an AAPS meeting. It also advances pharmaceutical, and let me even back up on the pharmaceutical science. It's not just a forum for receiving science, but it's also a forum for sharing and contributing to your science. And even as students, there's a place for you there. Particularly because I personally think, and I think even some of these sentiments were shared by those before me, that students are also, they have a unique ability to innovate, unique passion. And so do never underestimate also the contributions that you're going to be making scientifically to the pharmaceutical industry. So learn for sure, but also return and make sure that you are giving back to the pharmaceutical community. We need the kind of innovation that particularly young professionals provide. We also advance pharmaceutical careers, and I think that as I mentioned, there's a lot to be said. It's not just a career services, but it is really changing your career dynamics. I would say in my personal experience with AAPS, it has helped better equip me as a leader, both technically and also, even more importantly, and I think this was nicely emphasized as well, non-technically. Can't emphasize enough the importance of some of those soft skills, because the reality is that many of you, because of the world-class training you're getting at Bombay College of Pharmacy, you'll not only be leading scientific projects, but you'll also be leading people. You'll be people leaders. And so developing non-technical skills, communication, just an ability to lead others in a way that inspires them to their fullest potential. There really is an opportunity. AAPS takes that aspect of our charge equally critically, and I think through career development, through professional development, and even just through experience as a volunteer leader. I would say that much of the leadership experience that I've developed has also come through AAPS leadership experience from my start as an abstract screener, and even now it's kind of still a pinch me moment. Blessed to really serve and support all of our members as AAPS president. It is a wonderful journey, and so hang on for the ride if you are, again, willing to walk through some of those many open doors. Also advancing the pharmaceutical communities, and there's a rich network there. It's not only a network of a few companies, but thousands of companies on an international platform. And I so appreciated all of the comments regarding India and its significance in the global profession of the pharmaceutical industry. And I can tell you, without going into a lot of details, a lot of even our new strategic focus is really focused on building that global collaboration and better leveraging the talents that AAPS members offer globally. And India will absolutely be very fruitful part of that collaboration. Dr. Shah is already helping in that regard, and I think we're already planting some seeds that are going to produce some very rich fruit. So thank you, Dr. Shah and others for joining us on that journey. So I'll go into a little bit more detail on each of these, but not much. I think in the interest of time, I just want to emphasize again, the science is kind of the the non-negotiable aspect of AAPS. We do offer really year-round access to multidisciplinary, high-class science that will really allow not only diverse pharmaceutical disciplines, so formulations, toxicology, clinical pharmacology. It's the one, AAPS is the only association in my experience that brings the full diversity of pharmaceutical disciplines together so that you can really have a macroscopic or big picture image of just what it takes to develop a drug. And a lot of that is science, but also a lot of that is teamwork. And it's rich collaboration that you have with others in scientific disciplines. So AAPS really provides that foundation of collaboration, access to year-round scientific content. Just some of those venues are shared here: access to posters, the news magazine, e-learning programs. As you can imagine, an increasing amount of our format is virtual, is a direct result of the pandemic, but which I think has been good for AAPS, but we're all anxious, as I can imagine you are as well, to get back to more face-to-face venues as we recover from the pandemic and some of the intimacy and fellowship that allows. So right now we're enjoying more of a virtual format, but even as soon as October this year in Philadelphia, we'll be back together in person for the PharmSci 360. So I talked a lot, let me go to the next slide. I talked a lot about career, and I could spend, as I think maybe Arvind could know from my presentation with the NIPER students, I could spend an hour alone just on some of the career benefits and of being part of AAPS. I guess I couldn't emphasize career without making a comment about networking. And networking is, you will establish relationships not only with fellow colleagues and students at the Bombay College of Pharmacy, but AAPS will open you up to a truly global community. I'm going to be hitting, I guess, the next slide as well. And that network is extremely powerful for your career trajectory. I think the power of networking, and there's been great research that validates this more than my words will, that such a network and the association that the association affords, probably over 75 to 80% of all jobs, all careers are probably established through the power of network. And I can tell you from personal experience, as Dr. Shaw can as well, that AAPS provides a first-class networking experience, and that is mutually beneficial, and those which it provides opportunities for mentors, provides opportunities for you to mentor others, and will also the real surprise, and I think that sometimes the real blessing is you will also end up making friends in AAPS that last a lifetime, that survive a pandemic, that survive technology and not knowing how to unmute your computer. I again apologize for that. They're timeless, and they survive zip codes. They survive time zones, and again, some of my dearest connections, my dearest friends that I don't know that I would have made otherwise, frankly, without AAPS, is kind of the real blessing. And much of my career, maybe except for, even including my first job at Biogen, was, as I'm thinking about it, was at a pharmaceutical graduate student research meeting in the Midwest of the United States, which was hosted and sponsored by AAPS. And the career fair that they had there was hosted and sponsored by AAPS. So even my first job was really probably through some of the career services and the networking that AAPS has to offer. I couldn't begin to thank AAPS enough for that. So we talked a little bit about community, and AAPS does provide, a global community and colleagues. You'll need to exchange knowledge and know-how with the wide world of pharmaceutical scientists. Our communities are 45 kind of distinct and discrete scientific disciplines. Sometimes they're even personal and professional development, like our Women in Pharmaceutical Sciences. They're also focused on all aspects of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and they are really excellent opportunities for you to even join a group that shares a lot of common interest that you might have as a scientist or even just as a professional in the pharmaceutical industry. So I invite you to, as you kind of start to navigate AAPS's services and all the offerings that they have to you, even as student members, to become actively involved in those communities, build your science, build your network, and really build the skills that you'll all need to be great contributors in our industry. I couldn't not invite you all. I know that that might be difficult to do so in person, but I did want to extend a very warm invitation, whether that be in person or virtually. It will be a hybrid meeting, so it'll offer the benefits of both a virtual format as well as an in-person face-to-face format for the PharmSci 360 in Philadelphia this coming October. I am even also looking forward to staying in a hotel again. It's been a long time since I've done proper travel. I haven't missed it. I think my wife is most excited to see me getting on the road again. She's maybe had a little bit too much time with Dr. Andy Vick, so I'll probably bless her with a few days alone as well. And again, I hope I've said it well. And I'll re-say it, is AAPS, it will transform your life if you allow it to. It's hard not to even get emotional. I could not provide the proper thanks that is warranted for the impact that AAPS has had in my life, and I'm just so excited about the impact that AAPS will have in each of you as students, and the impact that you'll have on human health. It is really proud. Already don't know you as students, but I'm just proud knowing that what you're going to be able to contribute and you're going to influence. And there are patients around the world that desperately need only the kind of support and the kind of value that you'll create for them. So I thank you already for the impact that you're going to have for many, many years. And I do think one of our members kind of captures it well here, and that is, I expect membership in a scientific society to provide a place to learn and share new science and technology, networking, professional and personal development, help with my career needs, and an avenue to publish my work. In my experience, AAPS has it all. And I'll say, in my experience, I echo that it does as well. I'm sure that many of our other AAPS members on the phone would echo the same sentiments. And so finally, and just really to close, and I hope I haven't overdone my time. Many of you that have heard me talk know that I'm gifted to talk and talk and talk. So I apologize for that. But we do have a place for you, and we have many open doors for you, and I even personally will relish the opportunity to help you navigate AAPS, help you navigate through some of those doors. And so that there's no fingers pinched while walking through them. It'll be a very safe and enjoyable journey, I assure you, and really just looking forward to it. And so pleased to be, again, part of really welcoming you to the AAPS family as the second student chapter in India. Congratulations, Bombay College of Pharmacy. So very proud of you. Back to you, Alka.
Thank you so much, Dr. Andy Vick, for giving that very comprehensive insight into what AAPS is all about and what it holds for our student members and the chapter members. We look forward to partnering with you ahead on this. We look forward to expanding our gamut of activities that we are able to take up with you at AAPS. So thank you so much, Dr. Andy Vick, and I hand the mic back to Atharv Bhattu.
Yes, ma'am. I request our chief guest, Dr. Andy Vick, guests of honor, Dr. B. Suresh, and Dr. Vinod Shah, to formally open the chapter. On behalf of you, sirs, we will click on the inaugurate button to complete the inauguration virtually.
Thank you for that. Was really nice and looked good, sounded good, and I would say uh, a sort of decent substitute for not being there physically and doing it actually. So thank you so much, and thank you, sirs, for formally inaugurating this Bombay College of Pharmacy AAP student chapter. I'm sure with the setting up of this chapter, we'll see opening up of so many other AAP student chapters across the country. I'm sure of that. And now I'm happy to invite Professor Arvind Bansal, mentor of AAPS Naipur Mohali student chapter, the first ever AAPS chapter in the country. Professor Bansal has been the most helpful and I mean literally hand holding and all his support at every single juncture has been has made things so much easy for us even as we were going about setting the chapter. So to introduce Professor Bansal, he's currently Professor and Head Department of Pharmaceutics at Naipur Mohali. He completed his Masters, MPharm and PhD from the University of Delhi and then worked as Senior Scientist and Group Leader in JK Pharmaceuticals and Ranbaxy Research Labs for 8 years, wherein he conceptualized, evolved formulation strategies, developed and transferred technology to production shop floor for NCEs and generic drug products. Professor Bansal then joined Naipur in 2000 and his areas of expertise include pre-formulation and formulation development, including characterization and stabilization of amorphous form, polymorphism, pseudopolymorphism, particle engineering, screening salt forms, improvement of oral bioavailability, and lyophilization. Professor Bansal was conferred with the prestigious Fellow of American Association of Pharmaceutical Scientists in 2016, and I think he's the only India-based pharmacy professional to have been accorded this fellow status. He's also won several other prestigious awards, including the AAIPS Distinguished Educator and Researcher Award through IPA, the Innocentive Award, the OPPI Award, and IPA ACG SciTech Innovation Award 2018. I invite Professor Bansal to share his experiences as mentor of AAPS Naipur Mohali student chapter. Welcome, Professor Bansal. You are muted, Professor Bansal. We are not able to hear you.
Sorry. So thank you, Professor Mukne, for those kind introduction. I'm really proud that Bombay College of Pharmacy has initiated the second student chapter of AAPS in India. We at Naipur Mohali had started the first student chapter way back in 2007. And starting with a humble beginning, we have excelled and achieved the best AAPS student chapter award in 2020. And I would like to see Bombay College of Pharmacy doing the same in years to come. The student chapter at Naipur Mohali operates with the mission of the students, by the students, and for the students. So it's literally run by the students, and the only job that the faculty advisors like me have to do is to guide them through the process. I believe that Bombay College of Pharmacy, with its rich network of alumni and industry, is very well placed to carry out the ideology of AAPS further. It would be a mutually beneficial matter for both the student chapters of India now to join hands and organize events for the professional growth of pharmacy students. Let us forge ties to expand our outreach to not only India, but to also other countries like Asia and beyond. My heartiest congratulations to the entire BCP team, especially Professor Alka Mukne and the office bearers of the student chapter for the inauguration of the chapter today. Our full support is assured for your exciting journey ahead. As Dr. Andy Wick said, that there is a lot to learn from the AAPS activities, and you will be pleasantly surprised along the way as you go forward. AAPS has been liberally supporting activities in India, and Dr. Vinod Shah has been a very strong supporter of that. And their outreach to the India as a country has been enhancing over the years. And it is substantiated by the fact that Dr. Andy Wick made the effort of being present today personally in this meeting. So I believe together we can make a meaningful change for the emerging generation of the pharmacists. And with this, I again congratulate the Bombay College of Pharmacy for this milestone, and I wish them many more milestones to achieve along the journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Bansal. We look forward to doing a lot of joint collaborative sort of programs and activities with the Naipur Mohali chapter. Thank you so much once again. Now I'd like to invite Professor Ramaswamy Lakshmanan, Managing Director of SOTAX and Secretary of SPDS. SPDS has recently taken some initiatives with respect to AAPS activities in India, and I invite Dr. Ramaswamy to tell us all about these initiatives. Dr. Ramaswamy.
Thank you, Alka. Thank you, Alka. First of all, good morning and good evening, both. As in the last nearly 1.5 hours, 90 minutes, all were able to listen the leaders of the industry from India as well as from US. Alka, you can be rest assured with my experience I am telling that AAPS student chapter is going to be a great journey for BCP. Why? Because I have a firm belief and experience that anything touched by Dr. Vinod Shah and B. Suresh, Ajit Singh is a Midas touch. Why I am saying is that Dr. Suresh launched, I don't know whether Suresh is listening me. Suresh, yes, Dr. Suresh launched SPDS in 63rd IPC at Chennai. He don't know what is SPDS at that time, honestly. But I told him, Professor Suresh, you have to launch this organization. So in the presence of few other dignitaries, Dr. Suresh launched, and Dr. Vinod Shah, the very first meeting.
I cannot unmute myself. There is some problem. Should I have join again?
Am I able to listen? Am I audible or no?
Unmute. Yes. I'm able to talk. You unmute.
I'm audible.
You can unmute
me. Yeah, you are audible.
Okay. So in 2012, at one meeting in Bombay, I met Dr. Vinod Shah first time and explained that the objective of SPDS, he was really thrilled because he has given his life for dissolution, and God has connected with Dr. Vinod Shah, and since then we have not got back. If today we can proudly say that with the leaders of AAPS in US, including Dr. Andy Wick as the president, they have signed the contract with SPDH, which is Society for Pharmaceutical Dissolution Science. It's purely because of its professionalism, its value addition, and the way they focus dissolution science in all the meetings. So I take this opportunity once again to thank all these stalwarts under whose leadership today Alka and the student chapter of AAPS at BCP has been able to inaugurate. So you need not look back. I am confident that under this leadership, and especially with Alka being the initiator and torchbearer of this start of AAPS student chapter at BCP, it will go a long way with great success. Personally, I am very closely attached to BCP. Since last 10 years, I am helping them. We are working together, I must say, with the industry, educational collaboration, especially starting with Professor Mala there, Professor Krishna Priya, Professor Mangal, who was our first scientific chair of SPDS. So we work very closely, and now with this student chapter, whatever possible help we could give from SPDS and on my personal behalf, we will be there, Alka, and to all the students. I have only 2 lines for the students to say now. I see in my right side of my laptop, more than 150 students are participating in this inauguration. I'm very happy, and nearly 50 industry leaders, including teachers and professionals, are there. If you combine these strengths together, really you can make a great success and achieve a very professional organization running as the student chapter of AAPS within BCP. You can plan activities. It's a fantastic forum for networking. As Andy has explained that how it is going to help. Yes, we have 7,000 members in AAPS. But if I look at this, I always think big numbers. I don't have 70,000 numbers because AAPS such a great organization, #1 in the world, and India can add a lot of members. Sometimes I know Professor Bansal very well. We work very closely. He is our scientific chair. Soon he has got a meeting now, so I should stop here. But nevertheless, he is the only fellow of AAPS in India. Why not we create 1,000 fellows in India, AAPS, in the next 10 years? Why not all these student chapters, they all become members of AAPS from India or abroad, wherever you are. And that is how you can add value and you can take value. Remember, when we add value, we have the right to take value. That's what I feel BCP, Alka and team is planning to do. I wish them all success. Thank you once again, Alka and the organizers, for inviting me to speak now.
Thank you, Dr. Ramaswamy, and I now hand the mic back to Atharva.
We have come to the end of today's session. I request Aryan Puranik, Secretary of our student chapter, to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, Aryan.
Thank you, Atharva. Hello, a very good evening to all the guests present today. Myself, Aryan Puranik, as the Secretary of BCP AAPS Student Chapter, would now like to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the entire committee. Firstly, we are grateful to AAPS for helping us institute this chapter at Bombay College of Pharmacy. Let me also thank BCP for providing us with all the help and support in setting up this chapter. I would like to begin by thanking the chief guest for today, Dr. Andy Wick, the president of AAPS. Your gracious presence has enlightened our event, and it is such a great honor to have you here today with us. Now, I would like to profusely thank Dr. B. Suresh for taking time off his very busy schedule and gracing this occasion with his presence. Thank you, sir, for sharing your experience and valuable words of advice and encouragement. Furthermore, I would like to express our gratitude to Dr. Vinod Shah for all the support and guidance you have always extended to us. Sir, I am confident that all of us have benefited greatly from your words of advice. Also, I would now like to thank Mr. Ajit Singh, Chairman, ACG World and Patron, AAPS Western India Discussion Group. Sir, despite your travel commitments, you did make sure your message reached us, and your continued patronage and mentoring is something that we always value and cherish. I would now like to thank Mr. Nitin Maniyar, the Chairman of the Governing Body of Bombay College of Pharmacy, Dr. N. Shiv Prasad, the President of IPA MSB. Your constant support and motivation have truly helped us indubitably. I take this opportunity to express a heartfelt gratitude to Professor Arvind Bansal, mentor of AAPS Naipur Mohali Student Chapter, for the continued advice and guidance as we were setting up our chapter. The success of any event is completely dependent on the people who attend, and I would like to thank all the distinguished guests who joined and made our celebration a huge success. A massive thanks to our BCP AAPS Student Chapter Faculty Advisor, Dr. Alka Mukne. Thank you, ma'am, for your resourceful and insightful inputs. Your contribution is synonymous with the robust foundation on which this chapter is built. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all my fellow BCP AAPS Student Chapter office bearers, committee heads and members for working diligently and giving the absolute best. I request them to switch on their cameras for a moment.
So if I can come here and say, it is these young kids who have worked relentlessly, tirelessly not just in setting the chapter up, but also in all the organization that went in organizing today's event, conducting it in such a smooth and seamless manner. So kudos to our young kids, and I think they deserve a big round of applause.
Thank you, ma'am.
And again, yes, Aryan, sorry.
Yeah. So now I would like to conclude my speech by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to all the guests present today, and thank you everyone for joining us and being a wonderful audience. Take care and have a safe evening ahead.
Thank you again. Thank you, Dr. Andy Vick. Thank you, Dr. Suresh. Thank you, Dr. Vinod Shah. Thank you, Mr. Ajit Singh. Thank you all distinguished invitees. Stay safe. Please take care. Thank you so much.
You as well. Thank you. Be blessed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Alka, are you there?
I'm there.
Alka, do you, anyone has taken a picture of that inauguration? We can circulate now.
Students have taken pictures. They will be, we'll be sharing, posting pictures, sending to all speakers, sending everything.
So that I can circulate all over India through our.
Yeah, just give a day's time. Just give a day's time. We'll sort everything out and we'll share the pictures with all the dignitaries and post on our social media handles also.
Fantastic.
Dr. Vinod Shah, thank you so much, sir. We are going to bother you so repeatedly that you are going to regret saying that yes, you can approach me anytime.
No, you are always welcome. No problem, Alka.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So, Dr. Shah, then I will have my dinner and then join back for the next meeting. 8:30.
Hello?
Hello, Dr. Shah?
Yes, I'm trying to close and go for the other meeting now.
Okay, we'll catch up there. I will also come there. Bye. Bye-bye. Dr. Aravind, all the best. I think he must have already. He's going to chair today.